everybody, what's up? What's up with this Braylon Edwards story? Braylon Edwards was charged with a DWI. He was driving drunk, blew a .16, and was only benched for 1 quarter. That's it. Now there are a few things with this story. The first thing is substance abuse. The substance abuse policy is completely separate from the personal conduct policy, which doesn't make any sense whatsoever. As we know, if you violate the personal conduct policy in the NFL, it doesn't matter if you're not convicted in a court of law. You can still face a suspension. The personal conduct policy is this: all people associated with the NFL are to avoid conduct, quote, that's detrimental to the integrity of and public confidence in the National Football League. How does substance abuse not fall under that? How are those two completely different things? How is it that Big Ben was accused of sexual assault, something very, very serious, wasn't convicted in a court of law, but because he violated the personal conduct policy, he's suspended for 4 games? Meanwhile, Braylon Edwards brings all this negative attention and publicity on the NFL, but that's completely different. It has nothing to do with personal conduct. How is that? It's set up so poorly in the NFL. And the maximum penalty that the NFL could have dished out to Braylon, if this was his first substance abuse offense, the most they could have done was fine him $50,000. That's it. For all the negative publicity he brought onto the NFL, that's the most they could have done. Meanwhile, the Jets could have benched him for the entire game. There are some logistical things about deactivating players and the Players Association fighting it and all of that. They could have benched him for an entire game. I wish the Jets would have done more. They only benched him for 1 quarter, which isn't nearly enough. You should face more disciplinary actions than just missing 1 quarter of football. That's not nearly enough for something this serious. So there are 2 big problems with this. The first is that the Jets should have done more. But the second and bigger issue is that the NFL should have the power to do more themselves, where teams aren't supposed to police themselves with one of their players who screws up. This is just a poorly set up rule in the NFL where substance abuse doesn't fall under personal conduct. Doesn't make any sense at all. I'm Brian Noe, and that's a no-brainer.